Top of it, top of it. It's your boy, Coach One Stack, man. And it ain't getting no better for your boy, Lil Boosie, man. Your little boy, Lil Boosie, is being sued for $5 million for allegedly attacking a security guard with a hookah pipe. Now, if y'all ain't heard about that, man, it's going down bad. See, Lil Boosie was booked in the club down in Houston, I believe it was, and some part of Texas, I believe it was Houston. And the club was done. It was after hours. Well, Lil Boosie's niece apparently needed to use the restroom and asked the security guard, if she could use the restroom. Well, the security guard told him, it probably was early times of the morning. He said, "Hey, man, we're closed up. You can't do it." All of a sudden, Boosie allegedly, and there are witnesses and videos to this, he allegedly took a hookah pipe and smashed it over security's head, causing a whole lot of stitches, y'all. And he had to get up off the ground and broken hookah pipe and all that. And Lil Boosie is so stupid because he's already on federal probation because of this charge, getting caught with that burner. So what type of people even does that, man? I mean, dude, Boosie, you got to be the foolish oldest person that I know to even do something like that. Why is it even necessary? But man, shout out to Seti Nash for some of this content. Shout out to you, Seti Nash. I am a fan, and you guys can go check this whole video out on Seti Nash's channel, man. Because trust me, man, he got that fire. But let's get into it, y'all. I don't like to hold y'all too long. You know how I feel about it. Let's get it.
Yeah, so let's see this. Edward Eaglehart II is suing Boosie and the damn club. So there's that part. We're going to get into how much he's suing for. You can see right here, pursuant to Texas Rule of Civil Procedure 47, plaintiff seeks monetary relief over $5 million, including damages of any kind, penalties, costs, expenses, and the maximum prejudgment and post-judgment interest as applicable. Plaintiff reserves the right to amend this statement if discovery shows a different category is appropriate. Factual background. On May 24th, 2026, at approximately 2 a.m., Edward Eaglehart was employed as a security officer at Defendant 1720 Main Entities LLC nightclub located at 1720 Main Street in Houston. 1720 had hired Defendant Hatch to perform a show a few hours earlier, and as part of their contract, he remained in VIP section that was cornered off from the other general areas. As part of the consideration for his performance contract, 1720 provided bottle service to Hatch and his guests within this VIP section. The amount of alcohol that 1720 provided to Hatch and his guests was in such excess quantities, that 1720 knew, or reasonably should have known, that he would become severely intoxicated and pose a threat to himself and others. Over the course of the evening, Hatch and many of his guests in the VIP section became clearly intoxicated. However, the 1720 employees continued serving them despite their obvious intoxication. This continued until 2 a.m. when the club closed by law. As the nightclub was closing and the patrons were leaving, one of the intoxicated guests who had been in the VIP section and joined the bottle service approached Eaglehart and requested permission to re-enter a restricted area of the club to use the restroom. Eaglehart directed her to the security officer stationed at the entrance to that area and advised that re-entry would be permitted only if authorized by that officer, as the nightclub had already closed to patrons. Rather than accepting this reasonable instruction, the visibly intoxicated guest immediately became verbally abusive and aggressive, directing profane language toward Eaglehart, and in her drunken state physically struck him. In response, Eaglehart secured the guest's arm and attempted to escort her away from the area. During the escort, the heavily intoxicated woman stumbled and fell to the floor and struggled to stand back up. As Eaglehart bent down to help her stand to protect her from harming herself, including by trying to prevent her from falling again, he was vulnerable and unable to survey his surroundings. Seeing Eaglehart bent over with his back to him, Defendant Hatch acted irrationally in his highly intoxicated state without warning, violently attacked Eaglehart by striking him from behind in the head with a large hookah, shattering the heavy glass base onto and into the top of Eaglehart's head. Eaglehart immediately felt a sharp, explosive pain as blood began pouring down his face. While Eaglehart looked up, he observed Mr. Hatch standing on a nearby table, holding the upper portion of the broken hookah. While the top of the shattered glass base remained jagged and broken below, Eaglehart was rushed to arrest.
Hold up. So they saying God, so they saying, hold up. So they saying Boosie was standing on a table when he allegedly hit the security guard. So man, can you imagine that, man? Him standing on a table and coming in, yeah. He had to stand on the table to get that leverage, man. The videotape ain't gonna be looking good for him, people. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you something, man. You better listen. God's trying to tell you something. Like they said, the color purple.
Restroom to stop the profuse bleeding, but it was uncontrollable, and the blood covered him and the bathroom. Unable to control the bleeding, Eagle Hart was transported by EMS to St. Joseph Medical Center for emergency treatment. The intoxicated Hatch had violently ambushed a completely sober Eagle Hart, who was performing his job as security for defendant 1720 and dealing with one of Hatch's intoxicated guests in the VIP section. Defendant 1720 observed Hatch and allowed him to become so intoxicated that he posed a threat to others coming into contact with him, including plaintiff. But if you thought that was crazy, they go warming and the bodyguard goes on to say, Boosie, what the hell? Why did you speak on my past out to everybody? Now I'm suffering. I can see he's going through with everything, and he's supposed to. But it says cause of action, defamation, libel, and slander, and defamation per se against defendant Torrance Hatch Jr. Plaintiff incorporates all prior paragraphs by reference as if fully set forth herein. Following the physical assault, defendant Hatch published numerous false, unprivileged, and defamatory statements concerning plaintiff Eagle Hart to third parties via public social media platforms. These written statements constituting libel in spoken statements and associated media, constituting slander, falsely accused plaintiff of misconduct, attacked his personal integrity, and misrepresented the facts of the physical assault. Defendant made these statements with actual malice or at minimum with a reckless disregard for the truth and a failure to exercise ordinary care.
The facts of the case have come out. I mean, we're in court now. But this is a money grab, man. This guy wasn't even supposed to be a security.
God, why does it always have to be a money grab? God, for real. I want you to leave in the comments, man. Why does it always have to be a money grab whenever, man, a celebrity does something? How come you can't never hear a celebrity say, man, you know what, I did that, I shouldn't have did it, and I was wrong, and move on with their life?
Security in the first place, man. It's been done 17, 18 years for aggravated armed robbery with a weapon. He just got caught at the border a couple years back, smuggling women out the country and in the country. We just got off federal paper. So, man, it's shit a money grab, bro. You know, when I first found out about the warrant a couple days ago.
Certain statements made by defendant Hatch touch upon plaintiff's office, profession or business and falsely impute disgraceful conduct to him. As such, these statements constitute defamation per se under Texas law, and injury to plaintiff's reputation is presumed. Defendant's defamatory publications proximately caused by substantial damage to plaintiff's personal and professional reputation. Plaintiff has suffered and will continue to suffer severe emotional distress, mental anguish, public ridicule, embarrassment, and measurable economic loss in his professional endeavors. But is it true is really the question, man. Then they go on to talk about the dram shop liability, and then it says that by incorporating this as a reference, basically that they shouldn't have got his ass drunk as hell and all of this shit that he's talking about. And because defendant is a non-subscriber, Texas law strictly prohibits defendant.
See, and so what Boosie's saying, like, he's trying to say that it's their fault for getting him drunk. Guys, y'all put in the comments, man, if y'all think that people should be blaming people at the club, man, the bar owners and stuff like that for getting you drunk. Man, you're there. Out here in Las Vegas, man, and anywhere else, a good bartender is probably gonna take your keys or cut you off. But how you gonna drink a whole lot and then try to blame it on the next person? Come on, man. That's stupid.
From a certain common law affirmative defenses against him, basically say y'all in on this shit too, because you should have never got his ass drunk and y'all knew better, but y'all didn't do better. And there are certain things about bars and clubs that, yeah, if they see you too drunk, they had to do what's called cutting you the hell off. Then it talks about the safe workplace and all this shit. Nobody really give a damn about none of that. You're in a club, people are drinking. It's never safe when you include alcohol, music, and all of that shit. I don't want to hear it. So you can see the damages that he's talking about. Foreseeable shit, saying that he's having a hard time washing, showering, all of these things and all this stuff because it's become painful for him and all this shit and everything. So the consequences of this attack extended beyond Eaglehart's physical injuries because of the highly publicized nature of the incident. He has endured repeated verbal and written threats against his life and has been publicly identified as the victim.
It's like, man, I'm not gonna keep getting into that, man. I just want y'all to see, man, what Lil Boosie is getting sued for and why. And man, this man got the nerve to be talking about, oh, well, they didn't cut me off at the bar. Man, come on, man. And see, Boosie need to learn he's too damn old to always be sitting up on this internet telling all his business, incriminating himself, because all it's doing, man, all it's gonna do is just get him more time. You dig? And understand, y'all tell me in the comments if you think that he may get violated for this, because he is on probation. And if he gets violated, he could go do his entire sentence, people. But other than that, man, I don't want to keep you. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. With Lil Boosie, man, I'm gonna be dropping some hits. We got the Tupac murder trial coming up out here in my city, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going to try to get in there so I can cover that and give you guys some first-hand information. But I will also be streaming it live. So, man, if that's something that y'all want to, and y'all want that Tupac thing covered, put in the comments Tupac below, and we're gonna get that. But other than that, man, I want you to be blessed. Hey, be blessed, never stress. Make sure you never get finesse and get plenty of rest. And keep your damn hands off the damn hookah pipes like Lil Boosie should have, man. And check out this new video, church.